Hey everyone, welcome. Today is our fourth Fit for Life in the Fit and Fab series. If you are just joining us, we're so happy to have you here. I am all by myself today doing this for my on-demand friends who will be joining me later, Sherry, Melissa, Erin, Angie, and whoever else may see this video and join along. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to reach out and connect so we can get you started in one fabulous fitness program. All right, today is Thanksgiving in Canada, so I want to wish our Canadian friends, we're an international crew, happy Thanksgiving to you. So let's go ahead talk about this workout really quickly. This is a metabolic focused workout, meaning we're going to use mostly body weights, no equipment needed, except maybe a little ball if you'd like it, but this is completely optional, or potentially like a throw pillow would do just fine too. Go ahead and take it into a walk, and then I'm just going to finish telling about this quick workout. We have 5 blocks of exercise today, starting with our ramp up. We have a cardio Tabata. We have a metabolic 3-round workout, some hip and core moves, and a final burnout Tabata for the abs that everybody wants. Okay. If you need a playlist, I have dropped one in the description. Otherwise, jam to your own tunes. Or if you need a little bit more focus while you're working out, feel free to drop the music and concentrate on your work today. Do your best, adapt as needed, go at your own pace. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Go ahead, we're gonna engage our core. This is called core activation. We've been working a little bit on this. You take a deep breath in, hold it here. Concentrate on your back and your core. Is your back neutral? Are your lungs inflated? Great. Exhale. Exhale really firmly now. Do you feel your stomach contracting backwards? Yes, that's where you want to hold it. Now, exhale. Squeeze tightly. Can you breathe at the same time? While maintaining that activated core. Let's try that one more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Exhale firmly. Stitch those ribs together. Breathe in. Breathe out, holding the contraction. Release. Great. That's called contracting our core, engaging our core, activating, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're going to be doing all workout long. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Fold over at the hips. Drop your buns behind you. Widen those toes if you need to. Give a big stretch out between your knees. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bottoms up. Exhale. Press that back up to the sky. Dig into the floor with your hands a little further if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Drop those buns back down. Looking as high as you can with a nice straight back. Inhale. Exhale. Rise those buns. Dig a little deeper. And rise your body up one vertebrae at a time. Whew, that felt great. We're going to go into a kneeling flexor and rotation. Go ahead, take it down to your knees very carefully. Left toe is pointing forward. Right toes can be dug into the floor or flat down. It's really up to you. Press those hips towards the wall in front of you, really extending your chest towards the wall, looking straight forward. Chin is parallel to the floor. We're going to hold it here, rocking back and forth. One more time, then we're going to switch it to the other side. All right, do a full swing around or just switch your feet. It's up to you. Go ahead and press forward. Again, chest is so proud, pointing straight to the wall. Rocking nice and slowly, exhaling as you go, engaging those hips. One more time. Great. Let's sit down on the floor, tucking those Knees out. We're going to put them kind of into a windmill position here. Your right knee is facing straight out in front of you. Your left ankle is in exactly 90 degrees to the knee. Same thing with the reverse, pressing it back a little bit further. Rise those arms up. Twist backwards very gently. Exhale. Kind of reach that hand behind you. If this feels uncomfortable, you can stop. Great. Press your shoulder in towards that right knee. All right, let's switch it around. Again, you're kind of in that windmill formation. Knee is straight out to the wall in front of you. You've got a perpendicular heel. Stretch behind you. Feel free to reach that arm behind you. Inhale, exhale. Does this feel good for you? If it does, continue. If not, feel free to readjust. I'm going to switch off to the right here, lower my elbow down. Great. We've got ourselves all stretched out. Let's go ahead, rise up to our feet, take it into a march. We're going to get a little bit of cardio activation going, rise up our heart rate, get our muscles a little bit warm, and then we're going to really get after this. Oh boy, it is super sweaty today. It's a lot of work, but you are going to love it and feel so proud. If you are watching this, you made it 99% of the way already because you pressed play. Whoop, whoop for you. All right, we're going to go into some lateral squats. Stretch that right leg out, all 10 toes facing forward. Dip down. Press your hands onto your knee. Rise it back up. Drop down to the left. Go ahead and just sway back and forth. Really getting it going. Feel the movement. Engage that core. We're going to move into some toy soldiers next. It's a great exercise as it engages nearly every muscle in your body. All right, stand tall. Head is as if you are pointing it to the sky or being sort of pulled up by a string. Extend those arms. Reach contralateral limbs, right arm, left leg, up to each other. Only go as high as you can go. Ideally, by the end of all this, I should be able to see the bottoms of your feet, but maybe not today, and that's okay. I have to say, I was really hoping I'd have somebody in class today because it's a bit of a brutal one. I like those moments where I can come check on everybody. Woo, you're gonna make me work. All right, let's take it into some high knees. Low impact will be bringing your knees up to your chest using contractions to raise those knees. If you want to engage a little bit more cardio, run, or a fast power march, bringing those knees as fast as possible. I'm going to take it into that low impact option to preserve my ankles. Great job. Hold it here for 10 more seconds. If you're in that full jog, you're almost there. I know you're getting sweaty already. And stop. That was our ramp up range of motion activation and movement prep. Grab a quick drink if you need it. I already did a workout this morning. I definitely need it. And we're going to move into our Tabata Round, which is high cardio. If you're ready, go ahead and take it into some jumping jacks while I demo the moves. All right, the first move is going to be some kickboxing moves. Calorie tortures, my friends. We are going to do a jab, a cross that comes from behind. Oops, sorry. Actually, we're in the orthodox stance here. Right toes facing forward. Jab with the right, cross over with the left, hook with the right, uppercut left, crisscross, crisscross. And then we will do it on the other side. Are you ready? It'll be jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Let's go. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Say it if you need to, or just take it to the punches if it's a little too complex for now. Great. Switch sides. Left side's forward, arms up by your chin. Your fists are loose, but ready to punch. Let's go. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And rest. Fast feet touchdowns. We're gonna play a little game now. You're gonna run with fast feet, and I'm gonna say drop. Ready, go. Run, 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 and drop. Back up. Hold it here. Back is neutral. Neck is long. Chest is proud, and drop. Drop, drop. Holy moly. 10-second rest. Right toes facing forward. Back to that kickboxing combo. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Let's go. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Again, just hold it in punches if you're more comfortable there. Rest. Left leg forward. I'm kind of giggling at my timer here. Forgot to take it off. Our little helper. Crisscross, crisscross. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. We are feeling strong. 10 seconds rest. Fast feet. This time we're jumping up. Oh yes, we are. Wide feet. Toes are forward. Fast run. Fast walk. Fast run. Whatever you want to do it. And jump. If it jumps too much, releve. Ready? Rise. 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 Great job. 10 seconds. Back to the last rotation of this. Right arm is forward, near full extension. Let's go. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Power through, my friends. You're almost there. 5 seconds. Awesome. Going to the other side. Left leg forward. That's your lead leg. Hands by your chins. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, crisscross, crisscross. Eliminate the bounce if you need to, and just do a full step. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my friends, there's one more. This time, we're fast feet, drop and rise. Let's go. Run, 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 drop. Run, 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 rise. Run, run, run. Hold it here, drop, rise. Run, 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 run. Rise, run, rise, run, drop, drop. Are we ready? That was a fun little warm up. My goodness, my friends, take a drink of water. And we're gonna get into this 5 exercise round, 3 rounds, 5 exercises, 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off. This one is fairly continuous. Take breaks as needed. Take an extra break between each sort of set if you need to, and keep that water really close by. I'm going to demo the moves as we go. I'll only have 20 seconds. So take it as you need it. 35 seconds is quite a bit of extended time. Feel free to walk it out here. Let that heart rate come down. So you can transition a little late for that first round until we get the moves. We are going into 3 ice skaters and an instep touch. 1, 2, 3, touch the instep. 1, 2, 3, down to the instep. Let's go. Big step for low impact. Big bound for a little bit more. You're halfway. Instep. Are you feeling your quads? Are you protecting your back? Yes. Last one. 20 seconds. We're going into a full push-up. You may modify by holding the wall, elbows tight to your core. Feel free to do a knee modification here, down and up. Feel free to hold the plank if that's where you are right now, or for 35 seconds. See how many you can do. I'm going to count this one down. I do have bad wrists. If you do have bad wrists, take it to a forearm plank and just hold it there. Same muscles worked, except we're eliminating the arms just a little bit here. 10 seconds. All right, tuck those knees. Your 2 exercises in, we're going to go into speed slams. If you have that ball handy, as long as it's soft or a pillow, raising your arms above your head, slamming it down, throwing those hands behind you, and rising back up. No ball needed. Ready? Lift up, slam it down, bring it back. This is a squat position. You are sitting on the toilet, bouncing back up, throwing those arms. Add a releve if you need more, and add a jump if you need highest intensity. Let's go, let's go. 10 seconds. Slam it hard. Use intention, my friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into plank ups. Very similar to the push-up, except you're using one arm at a time. Again, feel free to modify with bent knees. Otherwise, you can go from the forearms, rise those knees up, press up with one hand, lower with the other, and switch. Lots of work on our arms today, guys. Building that core. If you're done the plank ups, drop those knees if you need to. Hold it here. And if you can muster it, once you've regressed back, try raising those knees up and down. If you're hauling out on those plank ups still, you got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. You guys are doing amazing. These are no joke today. We are leveling up. We're going to go into alternating curtsy lunges. All toes facing forward. Right leg comes behind your left ankle. You squat down, bring it back up, and switch sides. Bring it down, squat back up. I'm going to switch sides just to show kind of what it looks like. Keep it going. Rear leg comes just behind your ankle or slightly past. Ideally, your knee will touch the floor eventually. Maybe not today. Push up on that stance leg as you rise to engage your glutes. And yes, you're probably telling me your quads too. Yes, you are. Fantastic. 1 minute. Back in it again. You have about 45 seconds. If you are conditioned and feel like you need more, take into your jacks right now. 30 seconds. Now we've got these moves. Speed skater 3 times, touch your instep. Modification, no instep touch. Back is straight, neck is long, chest is proud. Core is highly engaged to protect your back. Already ready. 10 seconds. Oh my goodness. High intensity, high impact will be the jump. Low impact, take it to a big step. Let's go. Can you go all the way to the side of your mat? Touch down. Protect those knees by keeping that head high. Look at the camera as you touch down. Otherwise, we sway too far, like you've seen me doing here. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 20 seconds into push-ups. Option 1, kneeling plank, kneeling push-up. Option 2, full push-up. Option 3, you're on your own because you need to move up. Here we go. If you have wrist issues, feel free to take it to an elbow plank and just hold it here. Up and down. That's halfway. You're halfway. Go as far as you're comfortable. Work it until you can work it no more +1. And then take it down 1 step. For me, it'll be a holding plank. 2, 1, rest. That one's a burner. Gonna go into those speed slams. If you have the ball, you wanna throw that down, fantastic. Please do not use a heavy ball though, like a basketball. No bueno, that'll come right back up and get you in the face. 3. All right, are we ready? Hip width apart, raise up, slam that ball, rise to a releve or a jump this time. Let's go. Use power. You have to imagine that ball. You're sitting on a wet paint bench. 10 seconds. Good job. We're going to go into those plank up next. Again, just building up that core. Knee plank, forearm plank, full plank, and then the up and down with your arms if you are ready for it. Start where you are capable. Knee is fine. Full plank will be your next step. Alter those hands or alternate them. Make sure you're pushing up each time on the other hand. Find your rhythm. Bum is low. Core is tight. And you're looking just slightly in front of your line of sight there. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Alternating curtsy lunges is next. If you need more challenge on these, feel free to add a sumo squat in between. Curtsy, sumo, curtsy, or stick with that alternating curtsy. I'm taking this option right here. Press up with that stance leg, up, squeeze, shift, up, squeeze, and shift. Can you go a little faster now? That's halfway. Or maybe a little deeper. There's no better option. One gives a little bit more power to the legs. One adds a little bit of cardio. You got a minute to rest. My Lanta. If you have a heart rate monitor, check it right now. See how you're doing. We are trying to keep this in the fat burning zone. Take your water, don't forget. That basically means you should be able to talk in a couple of phrases, words, but it should be a little challenging. But full sentences are out of the question. If you cannot speak any words, slow it down just a twinge. Moving into that ice skater next. If you can talk full sentences, ramp it up. If you're short on breath, scale it back. Or press pause. Getting ready. 1, 2, 3. Instep. Let's go. Use intention. Focus with your balance. So you're not having to reach out behind you or to the side. You are controlled. Speed it up if you need increased challenge. Last one. 20 seconds into those push-ups. Anybody flying the white flag yet? No, you're not. Let's go. We can do this. Modified plank, knee ups, full plank, and into push-ups. Find your happy place. Wrist issues, just hold it in a forearm plank. If you're doing the push-ups or the plank, your back is so flat like a surfboard. Your bum is not rising to the top except for a very quick break just to get you through. We're all working this together, my friends. Who was shaking on that one? Me. That's a lot of work. Back to your feet. Into the speed squats are next. This is one heck of a continuous round. We are ramping it up this week. All right, hands above the head. Slam, rise to the releve or the jump. Keep it up. Do not feel like you need to watch me. You focus on you. As one of our friends says, you focus on you. You'll keep yourself busy all day long, my friends. Whew. Keep it going, keep it going. You're in it for about 10 more seconds. Rise, slam, big releve, big jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. Into plank ups. Again, we've been through this. Modified plank, full plank with extended arms or forearms, or into those plank ups. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Fully extended like a surfboard. Bring those knees up. Press up with your shoulders and your wrists. Push, push. Alternate those hands. That's halfway. Do one more. Bow out when needed by holding that plank or modifying the knees. If you're in that modified plank, can you raise your knees up and down? Fantastic. That is the building blocks, my friends. So start where you are capable. Always keep your form in check. And in 10 seconds, we're going into curtsy lunges. Again, feel free to add that sumo squat in between if you're so inclined. And let's go. If this is bothering your knees, feel free just to take your foot behind you. That's great too, almost like that ice skater without the toe tap in between. That's halfway. Do what you need to do with your arms to keep you steady straight. Hold your head high. You're strung to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders. They're nice and loose. Whew. Holy moly, my friends. You rocked that round. High fives on that one. Good job, my friends. Love it, love it, love it. You have about 50 seconds. Take your drink, towel off, and we're gonna work our lumbo, pelvic, hip, core complex. Basically, this region right here, the one that does all the sitting and the standing. We're gonna start with a hip bridge. We've done that several times. We're doing 2 rounds, 2 exercises, 45 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Go ahead. We have 20 seconds. You can take it to the floor, though. Whew. We're going to bring our feet down. We're going to tip our pelvis up just slightly, pressing our lower back into the floor. For more stability, palms down. Less stability, palms up. Let's rise. Push and squeeze. If you need more on this one, you will march or you will fully extend your leg to the sky. You may hold it here or drop down in between. For the full extension, you may want to go all the way down. Press that leg all the way up. Otherwise, just up and down with the pelvis. Can you feel it a little in your quads? Great. Rest it back down. Roll up very carefully. We're going into the bird dog next. We have done this one before. It's a quadruped position. We are working this inner muscle right along the spine for this exercise. So sometimes this one feels a little easy, but it really is critical for creating that inner core strength. We're going to raise contralateral limbs on this one. Right arm, left leg. Extend it as far as you can. Bring it back down. Other arm. If you need more on this one, you may choose the bear hold, raising your knees above the mat and doing one limb at a time. Keep it going, my friends. You've got 25 seconds. You don't need to be watching me. I'll call out. Focus on your form. 15 seconds. You've got this. And point of no return. Hold it, hold it. Give a little squeeze and release. We're going to go back into that hip bridge in 30 seconds. Give a little stretch if you'd like, holding your knees, extending that back to the reverse, making a little C curve here. All right, lower down in 10 seconds, you're engaged. Again, super critical. Tip that bum slightly off the floor. You should have movement here, and this is flat. Raise up, drop down. Squeeze your buns. Need more? Take it to the march. Intensity 3, full extension. Press those heels to the sky. You keep it where you are capable and just challenged enough where you can maintain your excellent form. Is your back pressed to the floor when you come down? If yes, that means you are tilting your pelvis appropriately. Fantastic. Back to the bird dog for this last exercise in this block. We have one more block and then we cool down. Hallelujah, right? Whew. How are we doing? Shoulders are directly above your elbows and your elbows are directly above your wrists. Your back is straight. There's no sag here. So if you need to, tip your buns under just slightly. Contralateral raises. Feel free to hold it at the top or go into that bear stance, lifting those knees just above the floor and raising one limb at a time. You are holding grandma's vase on your back and it is not going to fall. That's how stable your hips are. That is the challenge point of this exercise. Straight hips. You have about 7 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. We're going into the final round. If you have a ball, feel free to grab it. We're going to take it into a 20-second earthquake and then a 20-second reverse crunch. Now, if you don't have a ball for the earthquake, feel free to do traditional crunches, pressing your hips into the floor, crunching up, lowering down and crunching. If you have the ball, you're going to put it behind your back just slightly. It is a protective agent here. You're going to straighten up. You're going to pull your shoulders towards your knees. You're going to bring your arms out and you are just going to hold it while your eyes point to the sky. 20 seconds, 15 seconds, and then we'll demo that reverse crunch oh so quickly. Are we ready? Who just wants to sit here hanging out on the ball? Me. All right. Here we go. Pull up. Shoulders are back. Arms can be behind you. Look to the sky. Intensity 2. Intensity 3. This is working your full inner back here. 3. Whoo, shaking. Yes. 10 seconds to the reverse crunch. You are going to lay flat on your back. You're going to put your hands below your buns. You're going to put those feet in the floor. Whoo, and you're going to raise them to the sky. Keep that neck and head on the ground. Whoo, rolling up ever so slightly. Back to the earthquake. We are doing this 4 times, my friends. 3. Settle in. Up on that ball, or a full crunch is fine. Raise up. Find the tension. Drop your shoulders. Add more intensity by working with your arms and stretching to the sky. Look up. Are you shaking? 2, 1. Lower down. Into that reverse crunch here. Raising those legs to the sky. Your hands are under your rear end. You're pressing upwards. Now, if this is a challenge and maybe not within your ability yet, feel free to take it to that hip bridge. You see where we're going with that, right? Great. Into the earthquake. Alternatively, crunches. Pull your chest up straight. Your back is straight. Your eyes are up. Your hands are behind you or out to the side or doing something crazy way here at the top. We're burning our abs and we're starting to shake. 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, my friends. Killing it, killing it. We're going to go into that reverse crunch again. 3, 2, 1. Reverse crunch. Hands, raise 2 legs and your bum. Thank you, timer. Lowering back slowly, raising and pressing to the sky, holding those hands below your rear end. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Last round. Who's ready for the last round? Oh, yes. Pull up. Hold it here. Eyes to the sky. Hands behind, hands out, hands to the sky. Just keep looking up. Check in with your neck. Is it nice and long?
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Fantastic. Reverse crunches are last. Are you ready for them? Yes, you are. Feel free to take it to a bridge if needed. Only go as high as you're able. Make sure it feels okay for your back. If this is hurting your back, go into the bridge.
3, 2, 1.
Roll up ever so slowly, my friends. You have a 30-second break. Or on demand, you can pause. It's all right. Nobody knows. You got 20 seconds. We're going to take it into a stretch. Oh, my friends, I'm so sweaty. Team, you're crushing it. I really, really, really do want to see these sweaty selfies today because it should look a little like this, okay? Sweet. All right. Wipe it off. 45 seconds. Our traditional overhead stretch here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, pressing to the sky. Extending those arms. Widen those legs just a little bit. Reach off to the left. Back up to the center. Inhale, exhale, big press. And back over to the right side here. All right, let's take a right arm stretch. Bring that arm across your body. Inhale, exhale. Start twisting it over to the wall, diagonal behind you. Track your fingers with your eyeballs. Inhale, exhale, deepen the stretch into your knee. Stop where you find that point of tension. Hold it there. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Did you notice the difference there? Yeah. Just holding it here. If you want a very quick tricep stretch, feel free to just give a little pull there. All right, let's take it into that left arm. Big stretch across your chest here. Inhale, exhale, push a little harder. Swing it diagonally back. Track with your eyes. Inhale, exhale. And point down to your toes. I mean to your knee, not your toes. Goodness gracious. Rise up a little. Inhale, exhale, go a little deeper. All right, a few seconds left here. Feel free to give that little tricep a nice big stretch. All right, let's take it into a right leg stretch. Left toes facing forward, right leg is extended. Your chest is proud. You're looking straight at the wall. You're dipping down towards the floor. Let's dip. 1, 2, 3. Touch down. Inhale. Give it a press. Great. Rise up. Press that heel into the floor. Press your chest towards the wall. Do you feel it in your calf? Yes. Fold over the left leg, extending it slightly. Near full extension with a tiny little bend. All right, let's switch those feet. Finding that point of balance. Looking to the wall. Inhale, exhale. Dip down 3 times. Ooh, those hip flexors are tight today. Again, my goodness. All the way down to the floor. Press it forward. All right, let's rise it back up. Heel presses into the wall behind you. Your chest goes forward. Feel free to reach those arms out. Inhale, exhale. All right, lean forward to the extended leg there. Inhale. Fold it over. Nice big stretch below the end of the hamstrings. All right, let's take it to the floor. feet together. Nice little butterfly stance here. If you can, go ahead and grab your toes or your ankles or your shins, wherever you are in the moment. Lean forward, stretching your head towards your feet. Inhale, exhale for a little deeper stretch. Only stretching as far as you're comfortable. Can you press your knees to the floor just a little bit? Nice. And we are done. Feel free to continue stretching here. Feel free to continue stretching after the class. You can never do enough, in my opinion. All right. For those of you playing the bingo game, we are talking about big ticket items. They are actually small changes for big results. So this week, we're talking about portion sizes and just scaling it back, sizing down those sweet treats that we like to enjoy. If you are someone who does enjoy a sweet treat, but you're trying to cut back on maybe weight loss, trying to lose some weight, or you're trying to cut back on sugar, one small change is simply reducing your sizes on those items. So if you're used to going to get the Love It size, maybe scale back and take the Like It, and eventually scaling back to the smaller size that is offered in those kind of treats. Or if you're at home and you normally take one big scoop, can you cut it in half? Maybe you just want to reduce it by 10%. It's up to you. Just size your portions smaller. So just on note on that, if you are a Frappuccino drinker, we're picking on those for a second here. A tall has 230 calories. A grande has 380, and a venti has about 470. These are approximations based on one certain drink, so they do change up a little bit, but you get the point. The difference of calories between a tall and a venti is 240 calories. My friends, if you drink one of those per week, the savings from a venti to a tall is 12,480 calories, equating to about 3 pounds if you don't replace those calories, or one a day, 87,600. Oh no, okay. That's about 25 pounds of fat that you could potentially lose or at least not gain, right? If sugar is more your drive, you're fine with weight. Everybody needs to be concerned about sugar. Yes, we do. A tall has 37 grams of sugar, my friends. That's a whole lot of sugar. And a venti has, get this, 72. Holy moly, that's a lot of sugar. It's like unacceptably high, okay? The recommended daily intake of sugar is 24 grams. Let's think about that, okay? So scale your sizes from a medium to a small to a mini, one step at a time, not all at once. Choose a few things. You'll be more successful that way. We'll see you again next time.